Ooh. Okay. That was nice. I wanted to just share my makeup for today. As you can hopefully see a little bit at least, it looks like I don't have very much on, and that was sort of the point. That's sort of my default makeup look. Minimal, almost no makeup look, I guess. I have always sort of had my makeup like this, even in high school. I always just stuck to powder, blush, bronzer, and that was kind of it. Lip product, like natural looking lipstick or lip gloss or lip balm or something. But I just felt like doing that, especially today. So I have to go to class in about, I don't know, I could go in about an hour or so and just study before class. It's an evening class, so I didn't want to do too much anyway. But because it's that time of the month, I'm looking a little bit drab, feeling a little bit drab, and just doing my makeup always just, it's always kind of a nice process, and I just wanted to, you know, spruce everything up, essentially, without going too complicated. So, everything that I use, besides, like, my moisturizer and then my lip moisturizer, is in this bag, just to show you. So let's get started. So after washing my face and moisturizing, I used this Maybelline MasterPrime Face Studio Primer, especially around my nose, on my chin, and then everywhere else pretty much, just because in those areas, what's that? In those areas here, I just want to make sure that it goes on a little bit more smoothly, like my products and all that, and it stays as long as it can, because those are the bits that have the most discoloration, I guess. So there's that. Next, I used also a Maybelline foundation in Warm Nude from their Superstay Better Skin foundation line. That was kind of repetitive, but yes, I used this and the Real Techniques Face Expert Face Brush. I use that to apply this foundation. This actually works quite nicely with my skin. It's the middle of winter, so this matches me almost perfectly, so this is nice. Again, I went mainly for around my nose, on my chin, and then everywhere else was kind of secondary. I actually avoided my under eye circles, or my under eyes, because I don't have like really bad or really dark circles under my eyes or anything, or really dark under eyes. I have only just slightly, and I actually, weirdly enough, kind of like the way it looks, because if I mute it out with concealer or foundation, I just find that I look way too done up, and it doesn't look natural to me. So I avoid that area, at least until the very end when there's barely any foundation, and I just kind of go over lightly. But otherwise, I keep that there. So after that is, of course, setting, but I didn't want to do it too much because my skin is already kind of, I think it's more dehydrated / dry. I get slightly oily maybe throughout the day around my nose, you know, kind of in the typical T-zone area, but everywhere else I kind of like to keep it not super dewy but not super matte either, so kind of a natural look. So I used this Revlon Nearly Naked powder in light, which as you can see I've used a lot of. I've probably had this for a couple of years, and surprisingly enough, I never really loved it because I always liked having a little bit of coverage from my powder, and this doesn't give me much coverage at all. It really is good though for setting it, and so I've actually been enjoying this because this is actually quite close to my skin tone right now, so I appreciate it for that. But I applied that with this BH Cosmetics powder brush that I got in a set, and I mainly concentrated the powder around my nose, on my chin, etc., and then again on the rest of it, on the rest of my face. with the rest of this powder. So. Lightly, because I didn't want to be too matte. Okay. Oh, and then I went into contouring. Okay, and I used this Sephora Los Cabos number 24 contouring color here. So as you can see, I've also used this quite a bit, and I used this e.l.f. angled blush brush or something, angled brush from their studio line. I use that to contour under my cheeks, temples, chin, into the neck, and all that stuff, under the chin, all that stuff, jawline. So again, nice light contour because this isn't super pigmented. I mean, you can barely see that. There's that. But it's very buildable. As you can see, it's very light. So that's quite nice actually for something natural. So use that. And then the last face product, oh, before I forget though, I also contoured my nose a little bit, just again to add a little bit of dimension back into my face, because after, you know, applying foundation or concealer and powder, that just really just flattens out everything. So to put a little bit more of shadow back into the face, I used this eyeshadow blender from Face Secrets that I found at Sally's Beauty, and just contoured my nose a little bit. The last face product now is a couple of blushes, both from MAC, just so happens, because they're both matte. So this one here, this warmer one, is in Sincere. This one is in Blushbaby. I applied this one first, and I put the blush mainly just right here, right next to the nose, because okay, so this past weekend I had work and I'm outside, and sometimes I totally forget to apply sunblock throughout the day, and because again I'm outside and I'm just constantly busy, I get sunburnt, especially when it's cloudy outside. And so I got sunburnt, and it reminded me, despite the fact of getting, you know, cell damage from the sun's rays, I actually really like the way my cheeks flush after getting sunburnt. But I get really red here, very pink, whatever, very burnt right here next to my nose first, before anything else, and I actually really like the way that looks. So I applied Sincere first. I put that down, and I was like, because I like to have a natural, nothing that stands too far from my skin tone. So in my mind, this kind of not matched my skin tone, but it, you know, looked kind of natural. So I applied that very lightly. I tapped off my brush so you can see that slight color there. Building it just a little bit, just so you can see it a little bit better. But this is both of these are sheer tones, so just in the nature of the blushes, they're going to be a little bit sheer. But this is Blushbaby. I decided to top that off a little bit with this blush. Top off my cheeks a little bit with this blush, so slightly pinkier. Okay, so I used that. And then the very last product was a lip crayon from Sonia Kashuk, and it's this one right here. This is Berry Nude. I just popped it open, applied some to my finger, and then just really rubbed it into my lips after moisturizing it with that Physicians Formula Argan Oil. You can use lip balm. I'm probably going to apply a little bit of lip balm just because it's looking a little bit dry, but yeah, just to enhance the color of my lips. This looks just a little powdery on top of my hand here, but again, very subtle. But yeah, that is what I did to my face today. And again, very much a natural, minimal look. Honestly, if need be, I could get away with just one brush and make it work. I'm at home and I have them at my disposal, but I could honestly make, I could make this one brush, because since I have a liquid product here, I could make this brush just work. I can honestly make anything work with minimal tools if need be. So Yeah, that's what I did. I know you can't really see. I didn't really do it before and after. If I had thought this through, I would have done that. But, I mean, yeah, that is what I did today. Nothing with the eyes, nothing with the brows. Yeah. What else? Gonna head to school in maybe about an hour after doing a little bit of work here. Probably say hi and bye to my brother when he comes home, hopefully soon. Yeah. I think that's all I have. I always do it with this brow, my left brow. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye.